So, through the miracle of technology, we have now flash forwarded, or fast forwarded, a month from the previously viewed training hike, and I'm now completing my second long distance hike. I changed the distance here. I changed the course a little bit for my first one, hoping to get closer to 24 miles, but I won't know exactly how close I came until I get home. I'll put it at the end of the video. In any event, I did two hikes when I was in Yellowstone. One was a little over 10 miles, and actually just a little under 12, and one was 16. But I've been home for almost 8 days and haven't done any hiking because the smoke has been so bad from the forest fires that the Weather Service has been just advising people to stay inside if they can. So 2 days ago, I decided if I couldn't do a hike, I'd go to the gym and do a pretty intensive leg workout. My thinking was that it would give me a day to recover. And that leg workout was a really good workout, which was topped by me going up and down 30 flights of stairs carrying two 20-pound dumbbells. And by the way, for the purpose of full disclosure, I stopped and took a breather after every five flights. I thought that giving my legs a day to recover would be enough time, and that was a horrible miscalculation. My legs have been killing me for the last 10 miles, and I probably need to give myself 1 or 2 days more rest. But the good and the bad news about all of this is that the monsoonal rains, which have been pounding southern Nevada and southern Utah, and I mean just pounding them with inches of water, are scheduled to drift far enough north that starting tomorrow for the next 5 days, finally, we have a chance at some rain, which will maybe give us a chance to break this horrific drought that we have been in. But either way, I didn't want to run the risk of having to do a 24-mile hike in the rain, so today was the only day I could go. But my legs are killing me. Other than that, it's been a pretty beautiful hike. It's been a nice day. Temperatures have been pushing in the upper double digits, but I don't really feel like it got hotter than maybe 95 or 96 on the trail today. You've heard me say before that this sun is just relentless at these altitudes. In any event, this is my second long distance hike that I will have completed. I sure hope I get close to 24 miles. And, it'll probably take me a few days to recover, but I'm hoping to get one more long distance hike in sometime around the 15th of August, and that will be my last long distance hike until I do the Grand Canyon on the 20th of September. So, it's been a good hike. I'm very, very tired. Strangely enough, I think I may have picked up a blister at about the 12-mile mark, but I'll see when I get my shoes off. In any event, I'm glad I got this done today, and I'll take a couple days to recover and then be back at it with the training. Well, I'm back at the Jeep. Started this hike at 6:45 this morning, finishing at 5:40. So I was on this hike for 10 hours and 55 minutes. Jesus, this is a brutal hike. Holy fudge sickles, was this a brutal hike. I just hope I made my 24 miles. It's the day after yesterday's long-distance training hike. This hike did not go as well as the first one did. There were some good things that happened, but there were some troublesome things that occurred also. One good thing that did happen is that I got the distance up. I was hoping for 24 miles, did not get it 24 miles, I got it 23.7. So I was pretty happy with that. And prior to this hike, actually probably about 3 weeks ago, after the first training hike, I went out and purchased a pair of high-end hiking shoes. I don't want to say the name, as well as some very high-end hiking socks. I won't say the name of the hiking socks, but they were dang strong hiking socks that came with a lifetime guarantee. Because I just wanted to, get some fairly good equipment for this hike through the Grand Canyon. And I actually had put on probably cumulatively at least 30 miles through various hikes on this new pair of hiking shoes, as well as these new socks. And one of the first less than positive things that happened on this hike is that I'm thinking back, but I'm guessing it's probably about the 14-mile mark, I picked up a wicked blister on my left hand, on the left side of my left heel. First blister I've gotten all season. And as it turned out, I also picked up a pretty wicked blister on my right heel, right side of my right heel. I'm not sure what caused that. I examined the socks closely and they seemed to be in very good shape. I examined the shoes closely and they seemed to be in good shape. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on this. The other downside of this hike, and to be honest, this was a tough hike. This is a brutal hike. As I said in the video before, was I just did not give myself enough time to recover from the gym episode before I took on this long-distance hike. However, on the positive side, there were a few things that occurred. One of them was that I switched from the bamboo socks to this merino wool blend with these dang strong socks, and I cut down my sock burn by probably 90%, which I'm really, pretty pleased with. The amount of time that this hike took was actually almost 11 hours. And I think the reason for that was because like the last 10 miles, I was sort of crab walking to try and protect these blisters on my feet. But got through it. This morning, again, I think as a result of the crab walking, I have got a lot of pain in my hips. I'm very tired this morning, much more tired today than I was at the conclusion of the first hike. But that's okay, it goes to build up more of my stamina and goes to build up strength in my legs. So overall, I'm considering yesterday's hike a success. Obviously, I need to keep an eye on the blisters. It was suggested to me that maybe I should arbitrarily, at the 12-mile mark, pull off the pair of socks regardless of how they feel and just go with a fresh pair of socks. And I think I'm going to do that. But overall, I'll continue to train and prep for the hike. At this point now, the hike is about 7 weeks out. And hopefully the next long-distance hike, which will probably be somewhere between the 10th and the 20th of August, will go better than this one did. I wanted to do 2 short videos illustrating the beauty of this trail that I'm hiking on. Right now I'm in the lower section of the hike, and it's characterized by these deciduous trees. Right now I'm in a Quaky Grove. It's a sort of a transition section on the hike, but it's characterized by these deciduous trees. And they sure have had a tough time this year because of the drought. We're already, on the last day of July, starting to get color change in the leaves because of the drought. And there are those ferns that I've talked about that are just so amazing that they grow here. And so now we're at a higher altitude, and you can see how the tree structure now has shifted from from deciduous trees to conifers. Look at how beautiful this trail is. It's hard to believe when you're looking at this forested area, how lush it is, that Utah is the second driest state in the Union behind Nevada. Just look at the beauty of this trail. This tree that we're looking at now, looking down at the base, this is probably a tree that's about 150 years old. It's a Utah blue spruce. This is just such a lovely, lovely trail to hike.